Hello everybody, we are doing something today a bit different to what we normally do. We are today going to be reacting to Metaball Studios with their video, If Countries Were Planets, by Surface Area. So this is going to be the actual physical landmass of a country, moulded into a sphere, and then compared against each other. That sounds like a pretty cool video idea, so let's see what happens. Metaball Studio, do your worst. Okay, so immediately to begin with, we have Vatican City, which is only 0.49 square kilometers, which is very small. It's so small, in fact, we can actually see it molded into this sphere, and we can basically see the basilica and pretty much most of the country just in this one view. We can even see buildings. Look how big it is. Well, not big, I mean small, in comparison to the size of the whole country of the Vatican City. So yeah, this was expected. This is the first one. Next, I'm guessing... Oh, I don't know what the next one is. San Marino, maybe? Oh, no, of course, Monaco. I should probably have guessed that one. Monaco, just over 2 square kilometers, so a little bit bigger, but again, when looking at the sphere, we can pretty much see everything. The roads, the streets, the buildings. This ain't a big place whatsoever. Cheeky little subscribe there. And hey, if you want to subscribe to Metaball Studios and my channel, then feel free. Okay, oh my days. Okay, this I think is going to be San Marino, but this is considerably bigger than both Vatican City and Monaco. I know San Marino is not a huge place, but this just goes to show, comparatively, even a place that's, I mean, look at it, it's 61 square kilometers. Let's just play a bit more. Wow. Look how much bigger it is. I mean, yes, you can still see, fields and roads, but barely. Like, I know the main area of San Marino is on top of the hill, but there is also quite a lot of landmass around that, which just gives San Marino a bit more girth. Is that the right word? So yes, third smallest, San Marino at 61 square kilometers. So Liechtenstein's next, I think? At 160 square kilometers, yes it is. Of course it is. I was expecting that at some point. We're getting all the small ones out the way. This is 160 square kilometers. Not much bigger than San Marino, but hey, still looking on the map, they are tiny together. But we are now starting to get to the point where we can see things like mountain ranges and barely recognizable streets. So as we get bigger and bigger here, we're going to see less and less features on these country balls, shall we say. Oh, whatever this is, it's looking big. Considerably bigger than the last few countries we've had. At 726 square kilometers, we have Singapore. And you can tell this is getting big now because each of these is presumably just a screenshot of Google Maps and then wrapped into a ball. And you can see that this now has cloud coverage. So, yeah, there's quite a bit here. We, of course, can still see land masses because Singapore, compared to many countries, isn't huge. But at 726 square kilometers, it's pretty sizable. I mean, I'm saying these are big, but then every time we zoom out, things just seem so small in comparison. I mean, look at San Marino now. It looks tiny compared to what we're now looking at. And later in the video, these are going to be tiny too. I wonder if like, later in the video, we'll even be able to see these countries. Like, will I still be able to see Singapore when we're looking at India? Who knows? Okay, let's just let this play for a bit. We've got Luxembourg at just over 2,500. Next, we've got Cyprus. Look, I know I said that I was going to let it play, but this is actually surprising because we have here not just a country, but this is an island. This is the entire island of Cyprus, and looking on a map, it's still pretty small. But from the looks of it on this map, it's not just the landmass, it's also what looks like the sea around it too. So at 9,251 square kilometers, we are getting up there now. Then we've got Israel. You know what? I know I keep pausing it, but I completely forgot Israel was that sort of size. Comparing it to like a Cyprus and you put it on a map, I would say very similar in scale, but actually looking at the size, that's twice the size of Cyprus. And we can see in the balls too. Right, then we've got Denmark at 43,000. Interestingly, we are big enough now where with Denmark at least you could still see features. I mean, looking at Israel, you can see that there are still some features we can see on the actual land. But when we get to Denmark, it's just green. It's big enough where we can't actually really see infrastructure anymore. It's just land now. So, yeah, we've got Denmark at 43,094 square kilometers. And it just gets bigger. Double that figure, and we're at the UAE. Okay, South Korea at just over 100,000, Greece at 131. Greece is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I thought that would have been much bigger, particularly when looking at a map. We've got Uruguay, which, yeah, makes sense. Oh, and the United Kingdom. I know it's not massive, but I thought it would have been a bit higher on this list. Philippines at exactly 300,000 square kilometers, which is a nice round number if I do say so myself. Then, okay, we're starting to get into some bigger places now. I don't think that this has every single country in, obviously, but we are now getting to some of the bigger countries, and Poland's pretty big on a map. At 312,696 square kilometers, we are getting up there now. I'm like trying to visualize these countries and placing them next to each other on a map. I mean, if you compared Vietnam and Germany, I wouldn't have compared the two as being similar in size. But they're so far apart on a world map, then you don't really think about it. Then, of course, we've got Norway, which on a normal world map looks a lot bigger than it probably actually is. You know, skewed dimensions in the Northern Hemisphere and all that. And of course, France and Spain, big boys coming in here. Turkey, very big country at 783,562 square kilometers. I wonder how long it took them to make this. This is a pretty detailed video with the amount of research that must have gone into this. Venezuela, Colombia. Here we go. We're climbing. We've got Peru. We've got Indonesia at almost 2 million square kilometers. These numbers are getting so big that it's cutting off the number. Great. Mexico. Greenland. Okay, we are getting to the big ones now. Okay, you can see that we are getting to the big boys. Greenland. 2 million square kilometers. It just looks like one big snow globe. I mean, Greenland's not very green compared to the countries it's next to, but maybe they should have named it better. We got the DRC. We got Algeria. Those African countries with a lot of landmass. Kazakhstan at almost 3 million. Argentina at almost 3 million. Wow, it's getting exciting here. India at 3,287,263 square kilometers. Damn. And I mean, I know I said earlier that I wonder if we can see Singapore. Yeah, we ain't seeing Singapore at this stage. But what's interesting is you look at all these, they're similar-ish in size. You've got Kazakhstan, Argentina, India, and then we've just got Australia coming up, and that is a... look how big it is. Wow. We are jumping from just over 3 mil to over 7 million. Wow. Brazil, 8.5 million square kilometers. I didn't realize how green it was. Of course, China, big country, almost 10 million. United States, also almost 10 million. And I think this is the last... No, of course. We've got Russia. We've got Canada. Look at that. For some reason, I had in my head that Canada was going to be the biggest one, but I completely forgot about, Russia, the biggest country in the world. Look at it. 17,125,192 square kilometers. I mean, I'd love to explore the world one day, but there ain't no way that I'm going to all those places in Russia. I just don't have the time. Or the money. Oh, wow. And we've also got a comparison between the diameter of the moon and that of the entirety of Russia. I mean, I know Russia is such a massive part of the global landmass anyway, but then the moon in comparison isn't hugely much bigger. Damn. So what you're telling me is that the first country that's able to colonize the moon is going to be jumping to the top of this list. So, Tuvalu, you know what to do. Wow. Oh. That's super cool. Well, Mediball Studios, take a bow. That was pretty awesome. And that was incredibly interesting too, being able to see all those countries next to each other and to compare them in that sort of frame. I would definitely want to watch another video like this. And that is if countries were planets. And let's just say that if Russia was a planet, it would be almost as big as our moon. Jeez. If you guys liked that video, be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know what video you want me to react to next. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this, so I'd love to do it again. So let me know down in the comments. Just let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.